Yo. Alright, what's good? How we doing? Here's today's recap. We kind of gapped up on Spy and ES, but QQQ is a little bit of a gap down. But I'll give it like 10 minutes to play out. I mean, already first 5 minutes. Yo, stop. You got this 753 ceiling with the 720 downside. So I mean, you can short the 753. The 7550 is going to be a large floor, but if you sell through it, you can see these lower spine nodes. Okay. So they kind of bounce it off this lower QQQ node. I mean, what is that, 752? Yeah, this is like pretty decent exposure on 752, and then 7550, they overshot it, and then I think they reclaim it. So no surprise there. And then again, the 753 is still sealing with the 720 pull. So, I mean, you're shorting like crazy. You're short your socks off. Still short. Then something silly happens on the map here. We're still sitting on 753. Yeah, still short here. I mean, the 724 is definitely somewhat of a ceiling. You have the 7500 node that starts to just appear. I mean, it's been there kind of, but it just starts to grow and grow and grow, eh? 753 ceiling. I mean, 724 ceiling, 720, 7500, and then adios, muchachos. I can still just keep growing 11 mil, 15 mil. 20 mil. Keep trying to gas it up. And then I bounce it back up off this 720, 719 QQQ. Again, I talk about this all the time, but when you get a massive node like this on SPX, usually you front run it. So like you'll be 5 or 10 points early. And my candle was barely like updating. So really like there's no real way to like time your entry or exit perfect. Or I mean your exit, sorry. But I mean like if you were in puts, like puts ran crazy. I know people are in ES shorts, but still like 753 there all day, 724 there all day. 7500 starts to pop up and eventually it just yanks price down. And you see like they have this ceiling here and then they roll it down 5 points. And then it's toast. So boom, 7600 rolls to 7585. Boom, rolls to 7580. Then we just roll down. Absolute nuke. Kind of got this rug on SPX right before the nuke. And then QQQ is still topping out. And then they bounce it back up off the positive nodes. And sometimes when you see these large positive nodes, like you see on Qs, like if this 722 goes in the money, you can just say a trend day up because there's such a high concentration of positive gamma exposure there that their best bet, it's going to be really hard for the market makers to push it against the tide. So although you get the 721 dip there, like, or 720, I'm sorry, you get the bounce back up of 720. And then they still have the 7500 above, which is causing acceleration upwards. And then eventually you just see like the high concentration of positive gamma positioning on QQQ and SPY. Like they just take over. And then I'm just going to fast forward because, I mean, like, there really wasn't much else to do today, to be honest. I guess there was a nice move down off that 753 again. But like this 7560, there's kind of like a ceiling tap on the 753, but there wasn't much exposure on Qs. But the main play today, like if we reclaim the 722, like it's just to get long, honestly. Like you got this reverse rug on SPX, got this massive reverse rug on Qs, floor on spies 753, and then yeah, I mean, it's history from there. Like still, this reverse rug is super strong on SPX. You even got a reverse rug on spy and Qs. Like this is just gonna take us higher. Milo. No one can take it away. And then they even roll in a floor here on QQQ. How nice of them. That's so kind of them. We're providing hospitality to call buyers. That's so nice of them. How thoughtful. If you know, even 754 turns into a floor, man. Here, I mean, like, you start to see a 75-75 top out on SPX, so you're just gonna see chop. Spy, reverse ruggy, QQQ, reverse, QQQ is just like sandwich. This is like a Jersey Mike's, just like getting it Mike's way, like, not much happened here, just a good old classic sandwich. But Spy's reverse ruggy into an SPX ceiling. So that usually just means pin or chop. Still just kind of pinned at this 75-75 with reverse rugs on QQQ and spies, so you're leaning upside, but I mean, really this you can't really break over this SPX ceiling. Like that mock short was minty. Alright, that was today's recap. It was pretty simple. There was a couple good moves to catch, but after about like 12 p.m. it was just kind of choppy. Alright, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.